Hey, what up everybody, it's Senny, and this is Gems of War on PS4. And today, we have faction events. I'm going to show you a team you can use for the new faction assault, for the new faction, Lyrasza's Lair. Yeah, so that's the new faction right now, so make sure you go here and you open it up and you get your horde to 100 and your horde quality to 10, because you'll just get more rewards or more resources for doing the event. But yeah, and go in the shop and buy up till the weapon if you can, but at least get the first two potions. And the weapon is Staff of Insanity. Drain 5 mana from all enemies, or give 11 magic to all their allies, or create 12 purple gems. I haven't looked at the talents or whatever yet, but this looks pretty random, so I don't know if it's going to be too useful. I mean, there's 3 different things it could do, and they're all decent, but drain 5 mana, you know, might not help. And 12 purple, decent. 11 magic, decent, but it's a little bit random, so I wouldn't call it bad, but I don't know if it's good yet. So but before I show you the team, first things first, shout out to George Hill, our first channel member. Just $2, and it really helps out, so I appreciate it, George Hill, so much you don't even know. And if anybody else wants to join, just hit the join button. You can become a sender just like George, and I'll give you a shout out just like this in the beginning of the next video. So there's your shout out, George. I really appreciate you, man. And let's get to the team. It's kind of like in the middle of doing this level 70 here. But you want to go by multiplier order, which is the 1.2 times treasure there. So you want to do the highest one first. They're all 1.2s, so in that case you want to do the lowest room first. That way, you know, lower rooms give you less treasure, so you want to have a bigger multiplier before you do the higher rooms. So if they're all the same, you do the lower rooms first to get your multiplier up before you do those higher rooms that are worth more. So here's the team: Mountain Crusher. I would like for you to use Titan, but I'm using Archmagus just to level it up, so however long you feel comfortable using a class that you just want to level up, that's up to you. But then once you get to where it starts getting difficult, use Titan, use Dust Storm, use the barrier on Brown, stuff like that. But yeah, Mountain Crusher with Titan. Cockatrice, reason being, it creates 6 brown gems boosted by mana drained. It drains mana, so you can target the enemy that, you know, is almost at full mana and drain them. And you can entangle them as well, so they won't kill you with skulls. Also, while having a barrier with your Titan, so that's like a double protection there once it gets harder and harder. High King Iron Gut, one of the best mythics in the game. Top 3. You know, not even an argument. Top 3, because for delves, just like this event, this guy is the man for delves. For daily delves, for events, for any delve that uses yellow, blue, or brown, this is the man. And then the delves are super hard, and he's really scalable. He devours based on his attack, so 73% right here with all of our stats we're getting in this delve, which is why you want to do your horde level, because you get more stats before you do the event. And then we just have Leprechaun, because he's empowered, starts with full mana, and he's going to blow up a bunch of green so we can get some mana for everybody else. Just like to have an empowered mana generator, if you can, you know. So let's do some battles. And I'm using the, I don't know what banner that is. I think it's yellow, blue, minus red, something like that. For, you know, we don't have any red troops, so might as well minus it. But here's the team. You could also use your yellow Guild Wars Day team, which I use Gorgotha, Doomed Axe, Divine Shambhala, and Quillen. It might not go like very super far, but you could probably get to like level 100 or something, get a decent amount of rewards. Alright, we have our Cockatrice up, but nobody has mana, so we don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and do our Leprechaun. Get some mana for High King Iron Gut. I'm going to take some skulls, because sometimes the troops over here... Well, not yet. Okay, let's take this extra turn. No, let's not. Okay, so with High King Iron Gut, he gets an extra turn, because he's a goblin. So you want to do him first, no matter what. But you want to make sure these enemies can be devoured. So look at their traits, make sure they don't have immunity to devour. And none of these do. But you will encounter like one every once in a while in a team that is immune to devour, so you'll have to just skull them down. You know, hit them with a few of these, or use a teammate that has that, you know, that can curse. That way you can take away that trait. But before we take this extra turn, we're going to cast King Arga because he has an extra turn, and he uses blue, so we want to take this extra turn after we cast him so we can get the mana. So we're going to cast him. We just want to get attack because we want it to be 100% chance. So devoured him. Now we have 117% chance. So whenever we get him up again, he's going to devour 100% of the time. So take this blue, get a bunch of skulls. I'm going to take some skulls just because I'm doing a lot of damage, might as well. And they don't have any mana, so don't need to do a cockatrice. Let's explode some brown because there's more brown on the board. And High King Irongut will devour, so it goes pretty quickly. Just got to get that attack up. The only thing I've encountered so far that's been a problem is just a couple troops having immune to devour, and there not being a really good curse option out of the available troops here. So we want to do the lowest one first here. So room 4 instead of 5. And but yeah, I think one of the faction troops, the new faction troops, has immune to devour, but the other 3 don't. So they're gonna have to encounter that guy every once in a while for sure. And then there's some dwarves in here every once in a while also that will have immunity to devour. So you just gotta watch out. I mean, you're gonna have to kill them either way. And High King Irongut gets an extra turn, so it's not a big deal if you accidentally cast devour on a troop that has immunity. The only problem will be once we get higher up into like level around 200 or something. It's gonna get harder to dwindle those, you know, get them down, you know, get the troops down that have devour. So you might want to find a troop that can do curse. That way you can devour them, because the curse will take away their immunity to devour. I think there's like Cursed Effigy, or I don't know their names, Cursed Magus or something. There's a couple of them that can do it, but you probably have to replace Cockatrice with them, and I'm using Cockatrice just to be super, you know, defensive. So we're more defensive than offensive, so you're just playing it safe. But you could replace Cockatrice with some sort of troop that curses. That way you don't run into that problem where they have immunity to devour. But see, we got a 167% chance to devour right here. Make sure there's no extra turns. There is. A whole bunch of brown. There's another one up here. And he's dead just off of that. So, victory. We're on level 70 right now, so it's not a cakewalk, but it's not too hard either. Didn't want to start at like 20 and show you easy teams. I was just using my yellow Guild Wars team to clear out the easy ones, because the Doomed Axe would just one-shot, you know, but it quit one-shotting around like the level 40 area, so couldn't use it for too long. But you could also use your purple Guild Wars team, because the colors for today are yellow and purple for this faction. And that was hard to find troops for. You can't use King Gobtruffle. You can't use like Gargoyle or Ketris. You know, the troops you usually use for this kind of stuff weren't usable. So, but High King Irongut is the king of delves, so as long as you can find a way to use him, it should be all good. Is she immune? No, I just missed on a 73% chance. Pretty crazy. But yeah, that's the only problem I've encountered so far, is the immunity to devour bullcrap. And it's just been one or two, you know, one troop here or there, so it's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and steal this mana and make some more brown. Get an extra turn, all that good stuff. I was gonna do the quests and everything, because there's, you know, you gotta open up the new faction, so you gotta do the quest. But nobody really liked that last time with me reading the quests and things. I've had mixed reactions to that. Some people like it, some people don't. So decided not to do it this time. I feel like this is the thing that's going to help you the most, is showing the team that you can use to go, you know, get all the rewards all the way up to 12 or 16, whatever it is. And this is the team that can get you there for sure. We have an extra turn over here somewhere. Leprechaun. Extra turn. Let's devour this boy. Bang. So yeah, like your horde level will give you more attack. Your medals, go ahead and make sure you do medals of Arania. And I think I did 1 medal of Anu and 2 medals of Arania, just to get that attack up on our High King Iron Gut, so he has a higher % chance. If you don't have High King Iron Gut, I would tell you need to get him. And I'm sorry that that's not super helpful, but it's the like one of the first mythics you should target as far as crafting in the Soul Forge. He is super integral to doing delves. Like, he's the main mythic that you need to get besides like Ferris Ra. I would say he's probably the second most important one to get. He's really good against scalable content like this, and it's almost a must-have. And I know if you're really early in the game, you aren't going to be easily getting mythics or targeting them, but if you're really early in the game, you can just use your yellow Guild Wars team or your purple Guild Wars team and just go as far as you can. You're not going to get super far anyway, so just do what you can and get as far as you can, and shoot for High King Iron Gut. Save up your diamonds in the dungeon. Do your dungeons every day. Save up your diamonds. And make sure you get him. He's a really high priority. If you see him in the Soul Forge and you have 4,000 diamonds at the same time, just go ahead and get him. Don't think twice. I think he's better than Dawnbringer, so you know, better than Ferris Ra pretty much. He's like the first one I would suggest getting, just for stuff like this. But here's the troop that is immune to Devour here, this faction troop, this wolf or whatever he is. So go down and do the next guy, because I know he's immune. Do some Mountain Crusher. Probably should have done Skulls just to get rid of that guy. But there are a few troops that can do Curse out of yellow and purple, but they're not very good. So just go ahead and type in, when you're searching in the troops, just go ahead and search for troops that can do Curse, and then you'll find which ones can, and then you can just replace Cockatrice if that's what you want to do, if you just are wanting to blow through the battles a little bit faster, since the team I'm suggesting is a little bit more defensive than offensive. But we're doing just fine here. As you can see, we're not like taking forever, and not every person's going to go to level 500 on a new faction. So let's get our rewards. A nice, good, shiny mythic chest, some chaos shards, and it's working pretty good. So far, we've got up to stage 7. You can get, if you go all the way, you can get 2 orbs of chaos, a bunch of chaos shards, mythic ingots, orb of chaos, more shards, shards and diamonds, shards and mythic ingots, vault key, shards, diamonds, shards, mythic ingots, orb of chaos, shards, gold, mythic ingots, shards, another vault key, so 2 vault keys, like 4 orbs of chaos. So really good. You need to get as far as you can, and that's the team I would recommend. If we go to the troops real quick, get out of here. Jeez Louise, I never want to do that, so quit showing it to me. Just real quick here, you would just go and just type in Curse. And I might do this way down the line here, but I'll just type in Curse and then search, and these are some of the troops that can Curse. Or actually do this here, get rid of that, clear filter, come on Cindy, clear filter, spell effect, and then do Cursed, and then search. These are the guys that can Curse. I would recommend this one, Cursed Effigy. And you can for every purple gem you destroy, you'll curse a random enemy. So all you have to do is hit 4 purple gems and you'll get every enemy. Or even 3 or 2, you'll still probably get the one one of the ones you need, because not everyone's going to be immune to Devour. But it would probably be him if I was going to suggest one to replace out Cockatrice. Maybe even Sledgepaw. He could be your tank. One of those 2. The rest of them kind of suck, so. But yeah, that's my team for this event. The new faction Lots of good rewards, so go and get it. Go open the faction, go get your quality to 10, go get your horde level to 100 at least, even 111 for that extra magic, and get this event done. Go as far as you can. Use High King Iron Gut like I was using, or use your yellow Guild Wars team or your purple Guild Wars team. That's what I would suggest. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that join button if you want to get a shout out. If you want to see the videos a day early, you can do the second tier of membership. And if you want a video just tailored to you, there's a third super high joke membership that you can do. So like, share, subscribe. I hope this helped y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Shout out to George Hill. Thanks, man. Peace.